my name is Arnav Reddy, and today I'll be presenting my MasterArcher Java game. The targeted audience of my game is around players my age, 9th grade students who are studying for their biopig practical. They will be given information regarding the different organs of the pig, and they will then be quizzed on it throughout the game. So this is the first panel, the start panel, and as you can see, we are given two different J buttons, the first component. Let's click on the tutorial J button. The first two things that pop up are a J menu as well as another J button that utilizes card layout to navigate between panels. This J menu bar contains about 20 different menu items that just relate to different organs of the pig. So if I were to randomly select one, such as the cecum, I'd be given a text area would be shown, giving information about the cecum as well as an image of the cecum. And if I were to select a different one, such as the spleen, I would be given a picture of the spleen as well as information regarding the spleen. So now let's go to the next panel. This is the choose panel, which utilizes null layout, just because the order of components, I felt like I should use a null layout in order to order the components the way I designed. So here we are given 4 different checkboxes of different enemies to face. And this one on the top left is already given. It's the default one that you will face no matter what. In the bottom portion of the screen, we are given a J slider, and this just determines the difficulty of the game. And in simple terms, that is just how fast the game will be played. So for simplicity, we can put it at medium and only face the giant, samurai, and the default barbarian. This is the next panel. This utilizes grid layout, as you can see. And in the center, we are given instructions, which basically just say, you want to pull back the arrow so you can shoot the enemy. And once you do shoot the enemy, a question will pop up, and your goal is to just try to get the question right. However, if you do get 3 incorrect, the game will be over. On this left side of the screen, we are given some high scores of previous games that I've played. On the right side, we're given recent scores, so you can check after you have lost the game or after the game is over. On the top, there is just a menu bar that navigates between different panels, and in the bottom of the screen is a next button that takes you to the game panel. So as I said, the enemies will appear on the left side of the screen in about a second. On the right side, there is a bow. So we can take a couple practice shots and just wait for the enemies to appear. There is the first one. So my goal is to just pull back the arrow and try to hit the enemy. There we go. So the spleen is only part of the circulatory system. As I know, this is false. So I can say false, and my score at the top of the screen is incremented. If I were to do this again, stomach is directed to right of small intestine. This is also false, so my score is incremented again. However, if I were to get this question wrong, heart transports and filters blood. This is true. However, if I were to say false, my score would not change. And here, if we go back to the choose panel, and I change my difficulty to expert, what should happen is the game should be played a lot faster. So we can try that out. And as you can see, the game is running a lot smoother now. Yes, right about now. So I can keep playing. And eventually, the enemies will reach the right side, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Another question, the liver is part of the digestive and circulatory system. This is true. However, if I were to say false, my score would not increment. If I were to do this one more time, my game would be over. So let's test that out. Okay, the thyroid regulates rate of metabolism. The answer to this question is true. Let's just say false. Okay, so now my game is over. So I can go back to the instruction panel. As you can see, we did get a score of 2 on this. So I can go back to the choose. I can go back to the instruction, and then my score is displayed right there. So now let's check the code. As you saw on the tutorial panel, I did click the cecum menu item, and I was sent to this little snippet of code right here. So this isn't the action perform method, so this only happens after the menu item is clicked. So this if statement, or this control structure, just checks if that command was cecum, and if it is, then this boolean is evaluated true, which I will explain later, and then this remove all command appears. So this remove all command basically just clears the entire screen of just text areas, images, everything. However, what does happen is the menu bar and J button at the top are deleted as well, so I do have to re-add those. And then this text area relating to the cecum appears, and I just add that to the panel. And right after that, this image file of the cecum is appeared, and then this repay method is called. So scroll down, and I go to the pin component. Right here it says if is cecum. So now we evaluated that to true. It draws the image just to the right of the text area, and it is set to false so that images don't appear again and again. So now if we run this again, some feedback that I used was that the tutorial button was not clear that this should be selected first, so I decided to add that. And also there was too much text in this text area in the center, the instruction text area, so I decided to cut that down a little. Also, the bow was a little hard to see with the dark background, so I decided to change the color from all black to white and red. Thank you, that's all.